Today we're going to be looking at Adventure 3, Lesson 1. You should already have your book out. It's going to be page 50, page 58. Again, that's Adventure 3, Lesson 1. It's going to be page 58. We're going to start off looking at some letter combinations. We're going to start by looking at combination OL. And OL says OL. Okay? So OL says OL as in cold or as in fold. So the combination OL says OL. So what letters are we looking at? We're looking at combination OL. What sound? OL. Say it again. We're looking at combination OL. What sound? OL. Say it again. We're looking at combination OL. What sound? OL. One more time. The letters we're looking at are combination OL and the sound O. Now at the bottom of your page, at the bottom of your workbook page, in this area here, don't write super gigantic because we're going to put several things down there. But at the bottom of your page, I need you to write OL and then say OL. So what that's going to look like, you're going to write and say at the bottom of your page, OL, OL. And I need you to do it 3 times. OL, 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 OL. Now, I've done it 3 times, so I need you to take the time to do it 3 times. Very good. Now, just that quickly, we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to look at these 3 letters, IGH. And together, IGH is actually called a trigraph, but IGH says I. So, IGH says I as in side. IGH says I as in night. So we're going to say that 3 times. IGH says I. That's 1. IGH says I. Say it. That's right. IGH says I. Now, at the same place on the bottom of your paper, underneath where you did OL says old, I need you to do 3 times. IGH says I. IGH says I. IGH says I. I need you to do that 3 times for me, please. Once you're done with that, if you look at part A, there's a red circle with a white A. We're going up there to part A. We're going to read those words, okay? As we read those words, the first time we read them, just like we have done in the past, we will continue to do that. We're going to say the words. I'm going to get focused first, so hang on. We're going to say the sounds, then we're going to say the word. Now, I have it on the screen, but you also have your book. I would prefer that you just make sure you keep your finger on your page and you do the same thing that I'm going to do in your book. So we're going to say the sounds, I, t, and then come back and say the word, tight. The next one, k, old, cold. Next, g, old, in. And that goes together, golden, golden. Next, sight, sight, sight. The next we have I, high, it, it, night. And the next one, folk, folk. Now, we read each of those words and we took the time to say each sound. But what I'd like to do now is just go ahead and let's just read the word, okay? So put your finger under the first word, tight. Move to the next one, cold, golden, sight, high, night, folk. Now, we're going to look at the sight words that are underneath on part B. And what I'd like to do on that part, I want you to put your finger on the first word. I'm going to say it. You will repeat it after me. Then you'll spell it. And then you'll say it again. Just as we've done in the past, it's going to be the same thing, the same setup. It's going to be island. Repeat. Spell. Say the word again. Island. I-S-L-A-N-D. Island. Move over to the next one. Machine. Repeat. Spell. Say it again. Machine. M-A-C-H-I-N-E. Machine. Move over to the next. Though. Repeat. Spell. Though. T-H-O-U-G-H. Though. Move to the next. Warm. Repeat. Spell. Warm. W-A-R-M. Warm. Next. Built. Repeat. Spell. Say it again. Built. B-U-I-L-T. Built. Move to the next. Heavy. Repeat. Spell. Say it again. Heavy. H-E-A-V-Y. Heavy. Move over to the next. Circle. Repeat. Say it. Spell it. Say it again. Circle. C-I-R-C-L-E. Next. Square. Repeat. Spell. Say it again. Square. S-Q-U-A-R-E. Let's move down to the sentences. What I want to do is I want to read the sentences together, which means you can't really leave me, you're listening to me. Stay at my pace. We're going to read them together. You will also have time to read them on your own. So stay with me. Don't try to leave me. The first sentence, put your finger under the first word. I want to visit an island with clear water and golden sand. And I paused between them. If I were going to read it more fluently, like we eventually want to do, I want to visit an island with clear water and golden sand. You try it, please. The next sentence, Lee carefully cut the corners off a paper square and rounded the edges to turn it into a circle. That was me reading it carefully to make sure I got all the words. And now, remember, you want to eventually read fluently, and that would sound, Lee carefully cut the corners off a paper square and rounded the edges to turn it into a circle. Your turn. Try it. Let's move to the next one. Put your finger under the first word. It was a cold night, so we sat by the fire to keep warm. Let's read it again a little more fluently. Read with me. It was a cold night, so we sat by the fire to keep warm. Your turn. Very good. Let's read each sentence one more time. We're going to read it as fluently as we can. So put your finger under the first word. Remember, I do not try to leave you, so don't try to leave me. Okay? I want to visit an island with a clear. Let me start that again. I made a mistake. Put your finger under the first word. I want to visit an island with clear water and golden sand. Next sentence. Lee carefully cut the corners off a paper square and rounded the edges to turn it into a circle. The next sentence. It was a cold night, so we sat by the fire to keep warm. All right, very good. Now you'll still be at the bottom of that page. We're going to go on, and I'm going to call out some words for you to spell. Okay, so you keep looking at that page. At the bottom of your page, I will, and down here is where you're going to continue. I have 4 words that I need you to spell. Remember that we are going to be spelling. The words that we spell are going to have either O-L, OL, or I-G-H-I. Okay? So the first word, number 1, fold. Repeat. Fold. Now write the word, please. Think about the sounds that each letter makes, or the letters make, and spell fold. You did fold off to the side, oh, under down there. This is where you would have written fold, okay? Let's just imagine that you have written fold right there. It doesn't matter to me whether you think you got it right or not. Next to what you've written, draw that line, please. Now, fold is spelled F-O-L-D. Write your correction over here. Don't go back over here and try to change it. Let's write the correct spelling over here. Whether you got it right over here or not, I want the correct spelling written here. The next word, number 2, holding. Repeat. Think about the letters and think about the sounds that you hear and the letters that spell those sounds. Holding. Okay. Now right here is where you should have attempted to spell holding, okay? Just imagine that those are your letters that you attempted to spell holding. Okay? Now draw a line next to what you did on the paper. Now, holding. hold, ing, suffix ing, holding. Number 3, light. Repeat. Think about the sounds and the letters that spell those sounds, and we're looking for light. Okay. Right here should be where you attempted to spell light. This line is going to separate what you attempted with the correct spelling. So light, the sounds are ooh, L, I. I told you that today we're trying to spell the I sound IGH, so IGH, spelled with a T. Light. Number 4, slight. Repeat. Think about the sounds and the letters that make those sounds and write slight. Remember, you should have attempted it, so that's going to be the letters you attempted. That's going to be the separation between what you attempted and the correct spelling. The word was slight. Ooh, I. And I told you today we're spelling I-G-H. And that is the word slight. Okay? Now, we're going to be moving on. You can just sit and listen to me for a moment. We'll be looking at the story on page 59. This adventure is called Faraway Places. And if you think about faraway places, are we talking about a place that's right around the corner? Or are we talking about a place that's going to take you a while to get to? So if we look at the title on page 59, uh, if you look at the title, look at the picture or the image, and then skim the text, because I'm not going to give you a whole lot of time to read it, so you're going to skim it or scan it. Then we're going to predict. I want you to predict what you think this story is about. Okay? A prediction doesn't mean that you're necessarily absolutely right. It just means you look at those things that we talked about. You look at the title, you look at the pictures, you look at the heading, you look at the words that they have that are going to be vocabulary words, and you use that information to give you an idea of what you think the story is going to be about. So that's what I want you to do as you preview the text and get ready to predict. Okay? Now, in the picture, you see somebody on the beach, where you see somebody's feet, you see sand, and you see what look like trees, or they look kind of like umbrellas, they look kind of like trees. So I want you to be thinking about what you think the story is about. But right now, I want to talk to you about some vocabulary, some words that you're going to need to know when as you read. One of the words is VISIT, and that's visit. The next word is VAC. Actually, that's VACATION. Let me write that again a little bit neater, a little bit more neatly. vacation. And the next word we're going to look at that's going to be a vocabulary word is Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay? So, when you visit a place, you spend time there. Jen goes to visit her grandparents every week. That means she goes to spend time with her grandparents every week. Vacation is when you have time off from school or work. Like if we just had vacation, you might have been out of school for a certain number of days, for summer, for Thanksgiving, for Christmas holidays. Wonderful means amazing, interesting, or excellent. Jeremiah wrote a wonderful poem. Jeremiah drew a wonderful picture. Okay, so it was wonderful, it was amazing, interesting, it was really, really good. Now, as we talk about previewing the passage to see what it's about, then we talk about previewing the passage to see what it's about. Now, as we read, we can ask ourselves questions about the passage. This passage This passage will give us information about a vacation in a country called Jamaica. Listen and follow along as I read it out loud. Visit Jamaica. What do you like to do on vacation? Relax, eat good food, listen to reggae music? Then Jamaica, an island in the sun, is a wonderful place for you. Enjoy a cold drink on the beach, listen to great music, sigh and sink your feet into the warm golden sand. Just relax. Let your eyes get heavy as you soak up the sun, but don't forget to snorkel. Come, Jamaica is waiting. Okay? I like to relax and eat good food. I wonder if Jamaica is a place where I can do those things. What do you think as you listened? As you listened and read along, is Jamaica a place where I can do those things? Is that a place where I can relax and get good food? Now, the passage did say that it's a place where I can relax and have fun, but it did not really tell me anything about good food. By asking questions while I read, it gives me a purpose to read as well as understand what I'm reading. What that means is if I'm asking myself questions about what I'm reading, I'm not just calling out the words, I'm trying to read to find out something. I'm not just reading the words because the teacher said I had to. I'm reading because there's something that I want to know. So now, I want you to read with me again. I want you to read with me this time. And no, I won't go super fast so that you can't keep up. And I will try not to go so slow that you are bored. Before we start reading again, I'm going to write a few more words that I want to make sure that you know when you see them. Okay? So here they are. Well, they're coming in just a minute, as soon as I get them lined up a little bit. Okay? You'll be looking for, in addition to visit, vacation, and wonderful, you'll find relax, reggae, and snorkel. So put your finger under the first word of the title. We're going to read the title also. So the title is Visit Jamaica. And be sure to read along with me. What do you like to do on vacation? Relax, eat good food, listen to reggae music. Then Jamaica, an island in the sun, is a wonderful place for you. Enjoy a cold drink on the beach, listen to great music, sigh and sink your feet into the warm golden sand. Just relax. Let your eyes get heavy as you soak up the sun. But don't forget to snorkel. Come, Jamaica is waiting. All right, very good. Now, as we get ready to wind up, let me get three questions for you, okay? You're going to read it again, but I want you to think about these three questions. I'm going to ask you, why do you think the passage was written? I want you to tell me two words used to tell that Jamaica is a good place to visit. And then tell me, what is Jamaica? So I want you now to go ahead. I'm going to give you time to read the passage on your own, not with me, but on your own. So begin. All right, very good. Let's read it one more time. You read with me one more time and keep in mind our questions so that as you read, you'll be reading with a purpose and not just reading because I asked you to. Why do you think the passage was written? I want you to think about two words that are used to tell us that Jamaica is a good place to visit. And I want to know, what is Jamaica? So here we go. Visit Jamaica. And I say again, read with me. Don't just listen to me because you're also going to have to be a reader, an independent reader. So read with me right now. What do you like to do on vacation? Relax, eat good food, listen to reggae music. Then Jamaica, an island in the sun, is a wonderful place for you. Enjoy a cold drink on the beach. Listen to great music. Sigh and sink your feet into the warm golden sand. Just relax. Let your eyes get heavy as you soak up the sun. But don't forget to snorkel. Come, Jamaica is waiting. Okay, now we have our three questions that I asked, and I'm going to give you time to answer each. So down on the bottom of your page 58, you should still have a little bit of room somewhere. So question number one, I'm going to give you 1 minute to find the answer. I'm going to ask it again. I'm going to give you 1 minute to find the answer. Why do you think the passage was written? You have 1 minute. Why do you think the passage was written? The answer may not be in the passage, but it's going to be, what do you think? You're going to use your knowledge. You're going to analyze why and what you read and use your knowledge and decide, why do you think they wrote this? What is the author's purpose? Number two, give me two words used to indicate or to tell you why Jamaica is a great place to visit. Give me two words used to tell that Jamaica is a good place to visit. You've got 1 minute to work on that. Two, um, two words that tell me that Jamaica is a good place to visit. Two words to tell me that Jamaica is a good place to visit. You got about 10 more seconds, and then we're moving on to question number three. The third thing that I asked you was, what is Jamaica? Inside in the passage, they tell you Jamaica is. So, what is Jamaica? You've got 1 minute to find that. The question one more time. What is Jamaica? 10 more seconds. Very good. That's going to be the end of the lesson, but before we go, I need you to remember, we looked at the letters O-L, and the letters O-L say old, like in hold. Okay? We looked at the letters I-G-H, and the letters I-G-H say I, like in bright. We looked at the passage that was trying to persuade us to go to Jamaica, and we looked at words like visit, vacation, and wonderful. And wonderful is a wonderful word to end our lesson on. I need you to go ahead and begin doing the closeout stuff so that you can go back to class. Be excellent today.